Hey everyone! Today we bring you one of the biggest stories in recent immigration history. Congress has officially passed a new immigration law that changes how millions of immigrants and even green card holders are treated in the United States. For many, this marks a turning point, a law that could redefine what it means to live safely and legally in America. For the first time in years, both Republicans and Democrats have come together on a bipartisan immigration bill. Lawmakers are calling it a fair balance, one that rewards those who contribute positively to society but comes down much harder on those who break U.S. laws. But this new approach comes with sweeping consequences that affect nearly everyone who isn't a U.S. citizen. Under the new law, all non-citizens, whether you're on a student visa, a temporary work permit, or even a green card holder, now fall under one unified enforcement system. That means the same federal standards will apply to everyone who isn't a citizen. For many immigrants who thought their legal status kept them safe, this change feels unsettling. The government is now sending a message: no one is fully exempt from enforcement. One of the most controversial parts of this new law is the so-called DUI trigger. Under the old system, deportation was usually reserved for serious or repeated crimes. But now, a single DUI, even if treated as a minor offense by your state, can trigger deportation at the federal level. That's right, one mistake, even without a conviction in some cases, could cost someone their visa, work permit, or green card. Lawmakers say this is about protecting public safety, arguing that DUI offenses have led to too many preventable tragedies. Critics, however, warn this could destroy lives over one bad decision. The law also expands the list of reasons someone can be deemed inadmissible to the United States. That means if you've ever been convicted of a DUI, or even admitted to DUI-related behavior, you could be denied entry to the country. And for those already here, such an admission could block them from renewing visas, adjusting status, or applying for citizenship in the future. Immigration lawyers say this change might crush the dreams of thousands who have lived, worked, and raised families in America for years. People who made one mistake long ago but have lived responsibly ever since. Another major shift involves the government's definition of good moral character, a key requirement for becoming a U.S. citizen. Until now, people could show that through years of good conduct, tax payments, and community service. But under the new law, even one DUI automatically disqualifies someone from being considered of good moral character. That means even long-term residents, with decades of contributions and clean records otherwise, could be permanently barred from citizenship. Reactions have been swift. Immigrant rights groups and attorneys argue this new law is too harsh and unfairly punishes people for isolated mistakes. They worry it will create fear, discouraging immigrants from reporting crimes, seeking legal help, or even cooperating with the police. On the other hand, supporters say this reform is about responsibility. They believe that living in the United States, especially while seeking permanent residency or citizenship, requires holding yourself to the highest standards. In their view, the law draws a clear line between privilege and accountability. Not everything in this reform is negative. There are also measures aimed at improving the system. Faster visa processing times, new opportunities for skilled workers, and more transparent rules for work authorization. These parts could benefit professionals and students coming to the U.S. legally. But for the majority of immigrant families, the stricter deportation and inadmissibility rules are what will be felt the most. Right now, one truth stands out: the margin for error has disappeared. A single misstep that once might have seemed minor could now cost someone their home, their job, and their life in America. This law is a wake-up call for millions living legally but not yet citizens. A reminder that citizenship remains the strongest protection. Until then, every decision and every action matters more than ever. As the nation debates what fairness, second chances, and belonging truly mean, this law opens a new chapter in America's immigration story. Whether it becomes a path toward justice or a step toward exclusion will depend on how it's enforced and how people respond in the months ahead. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an important update.